Hi, this is Infinite Possibilities, and this is actually my fourth take of the intro. I'm just kidding. This is a beginner-friendly tutorial for the Loch Mess Leaky Lake Infected Zone, and it's another very beginner-friendly and a very easy to do infected zone for people who are racing for the first time. The sets that are being dropped here, collectively speaking, would have to be the camping sets. And this one right here, the one I'm wearing, is the Pathfinder. This one right here is the Traveler. This one right here is the Wayfarer. And this one right here is the Explorer's Camp. And here, I'll show you the rest of the items at the end of the video. But before I do that, I just want to thank my friend Rudy. I like to go call him Rudy the Blowfish. He sent me a video on how to do Leaky Lake, and I'm very thankful that he managed to do this for me. I tried searching up online for these tutorials at the moment, and I wasn't able to go find one that was suitable for me. So the real MVP here, in my opinion, would have to be my friend Rudy the Blowfish. Yes, that's his nickname. So let's just get started. And whenever I say that, that's not necessarily true. I'm qualified in this race because I managed to do this multiple times. Oh, that's odd. Before I did the recording, it was actually third place. Now I'm fourth place. I'm not on any of the leaderboards. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to get an all-time score. This is just for people who are just interested in obtaining the items. I'm qualified in a way because I managed to do this infected zone and obtain all of the clothing sets entirely by myself and without any trading. So there's, well, how many times have I done this? I've done this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 45, 46, 47, 38, this infected zone 38 times, and I suppose that makes me qualified. Now for this infected zone, it's actually possible for yourself to still get the crate without ever having to use gumballs. And first of all, let me just double check. I'm a little bit paranoid that this recorder is not recording. It's entirely possible for you to do this race without gumballs. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you guys my racing path 5 times, and I'm going to show you different scenarios. I'm going to show you my general path and those little tips and tricks and those common mistakes and how to alleviate that. So let's just get and now literally we're going to get started. All right, okay, let's start race right now. So take out your running nano, and for this part right here, take out your jumping nano. And right here, so this part right here, you gotta slow down. What's particularly kind of difficult about this infected zone would be the jump pads. They're not properly positioned. So you gotta slow down on that part right there. And you want to make sure that you get this pod right here. Sometimes, in my experience, I tend to miss that. So as you can see right here, like the pod is not at the middle of this jumping pad. It's actually right there. So there's that possibility, kind of like right now, where you miss it and you waste valuable seconds on obtaining the pod. And even right there, you can sometimes even miss the pod. So that's what makes this infected zone a little bit challenging, but at the same time, again, once you've done enough practice, you're able to get things done. Now, the first race, I just want to show you the general path, and I'm not trying to get myself even a 3-star run. I just want to break things down step by step. So you just jump down here, and what you want to do is jump down to this island right here. And depending on the positioning of this platform, you would jump down right, and as of right now, you would jump down, go right there, and then go right here. And then you just go back, and then again, right? So that pod is not at the jump pad, it's actually right here. So these are things, these little things that make the difference. And again, right there, it's not at the middle. And in fact, I'm pretty annoyed that the developers did not fix that. And I made a little mistake right there. What you're supposed to do is once you're on this jump pad right here, you would go up, right? And you would take out your rocket, take out run, and then rocket again. And make sure, sometimes you were actually going to go fall here, so make sure that when you collect this pod, you get your rocket nano. Okay, so this one right here, just take out your rocket nano. There's no need for you to be on the jump pad. And this part is right here, it's pretty self-explanatory. And this part right here, it's a little bit kind of tricky. Or not tricky, it's a little kind of frustrating. As you can see, there's that pod right there that's all the way up there, and there's this really slow platform that goes all the way up and all the way down. And the problem with that is that it wastes a lot of time, and it might not give you that crate. So take the zip line right here, take out your run nano, and you gotta be a little careful here. It only happened once, but I actually fell. And for this part right here, just take out your jump nano, and what you can do here is just jump, and you just fall. And if you can remember my Mount Black Hat video, it's kind of like this. It's the same concept. And this part is pretty straightforward. Go jump here, jump there. And sometimes I actually fall. And what you want to do is to take out your rocket nano just to go try and prevent yourself from falling. And if you do fall, right, what you want to try and do is you want to try and go through here and then try and recover the pods through there. And this is another common mistake. You're facing forward, right? However, one thing that I sometimes do a lot, which caused myself to only be one pod short, is that I completely forget that there's a pod right there. So you got to be there. You have to be, remember that that pod is right there. And it looks like I have a person racing with me at the time. And again, this one right here, it depends on the timing of the platform. And right here, you take out your rocket nano and then jump nano, and that wasn't the best example, but hopefully in future ones I'll be able to go show you. So this one was a 4-minute run, and wow, that was, oh, I actually got a 4-star. That's really incredible. So my best record was 246. I'm kind of hoping that I'm able to get a better time here. So that's attempt number 1. I'm gonna show you the attempt 4 more times just so you can have a better feel. And again, for attempt number 4 and 5, I'm gonna use my gumballs. So let's start this race again. Take out your run nano. And again, if you think I'm going a little bit too fast, that's entirely okay. We're going to do this multiple more times. And again, for this part, you want to slow down, and you don't want to jump on this jump pad, because the problem is that no, you don't want to jump on that jump pad multiple times. What I mean is, for example, you're trying to get the pod, right? And you miss the pod, and you have to get the pod again, so you're gonna have to be on that jump pad twice. Again, for this part right here, and if you ever feel that I'm kind of changing my results, that's kind of like what I am. My results are often just changing. If you can remember the general path, then you can form your own style, and you can disregard mine once you're more comfortable. So again, once you're here, you jump off, right? And make sure you take out your rocket nano. And as you can see right there, right? So the timing of the platform, you gotta sometimes you might have, that's where your rocket nano will come in handy. And remember, this pod is not on this jump pad. I've done that so many times. So right here, jump on this jump pad, let it jump over here, and then run nano. And the moment that you fall, you want to make sure that you the very moment you fall, you use your rocket nano. not the moment when you go up. Because if you use your rocket nano while you use the jump pad while you go up, it actually is a waste of time and stamina for your nano. You use the, I'll show that in here. I'll show it right now. So here's a jump pad, right? A lot of people do is like, okay, they do that, right? I'll show it again. They're on the jump pad, and then they waste that rocket nano. What you want to do is fall and then use the rocket nano. What you don't want to do, again, just to go repeat, do that. That's a waste of energy. Okay. Then fall down here, and here's that platform. Go back here. Whoops, I missed that. That's again a common mistake that I do. Make sure you get this pod, take this zip line. Just take out your run nano for this part. Up. And jump nano here. And don't take that jump pad, because if you do, you're going to be in the air for several more seconds. You can just take out your rocket nano and do that instead. Don't forget this pod right here. If you're kind of rushing forward, jump here, and take out your rocket nano, and then jump nano, and then rocket nano, and again. Don't forget this pod right here. This pod is actually one of the many reasons why I don't get 5 stars. Because I'm going too fast, tunnel vision, right? And I missed that pod entirely. Don't forget this pod right here as well. That's another possible pod that I sometimes miss. And rocket here. Take out your rocket nano. Oops, I missed that. That's okay. And this is the last pod. So again, there's 53 pods, and it doesn't take too long to do this. I got another 4-star crate, and oh, that was convenient. Do I have another one? Yep, I have so many duplicates of these guys, but it wasn't so much as my Forever Ninja one. I had more than 80 items for that one. Alright, so that was attempt number 2. I'm going to show you attempt number 3, and I'm hoping that each time you watch this, you're getting a better idea on the general path, common mistakes, and those little tips and tricks. I want to say this often for all of these racing videos, and I want to say that that when it comes to racing, it's intimidating at first, because again, it's like these infected zones are relatively big, right? And for some people that are watching this for the first time, right, they may have never raced before, and that's entirely okay if you can just break it down, right? And this is the main reason why I'm showing you the path 5 times, because I'm showing you my possible mistakes, and realize that racing is not it doesn't have to be perfect, because at the end of the day, at least for the vast majority of the people that's watching this, they're only interested in obtaining the items. It's through failure, through studying, and it's through the combination of studying, failure, that allows you to grow as an individual. There's obviously a lot more other factors for that, but for racing, that's your bread and butter. You gotta study the video as much as you can, and then practice it and learn from those mistakes, and get as much feedback as you can. So as you can see right here, right, the platform is on the very bottom. So this is kind of troubling. So what you want to try and do is use that jump pad and take out your rocket nano to go get it. And actually right here, this is another common pod that I miss. There's a lot of pods here that I keep on missing. So again, you gotta be very mindful about the jump pad. You have to be very mindful about those potential pods, and those are the major warnings, major things you need to go watch out for. And the infected zone, again, it's beginner friendly. And I notice that I tend to repeat myself, and and I repeat myself because I really want to try and drill it in for the individuals that are not getting it at the moment. So again, as you can see right here, I'm using my jump nano to skip every other platform. Go jump down here. Go jump down here. And make sure that you get this pod. And that's 53 pods right there. And I got myself a 5-star run. And actually, you may have noticed that I'm getting myself 0 fusion matter. I'm going to talk about that later at the end of the video. So, okay, so let me see. So I'm looking at 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Now we're going to look at attempt number 4. And for this one, oh wow. The blue Suze was actually the last piece I needed for this collector's set. Alright, so attempt number 4. Gumball, and let's take out those gumballs. And again, as always, you don't need a gumball for yourself to go get a crate. But if you feel comfortable about using a gumball, that's totally okay. And for the 5th time that I'm going to do this, I'm going to try and be a little bit quiet just so I can concentrate. Remember to jump down, go here, get this, rocket nano, whoops, that's okay, I got it, there we go, this pod right here, and run nano, fall, rocket. There we go. And then make sure while you're collecting this pod right here to take out your rocket nano just in case you fall. Right here, you don't need to take the jump pad. Run nano, run nano. Whoop. Okay, so this one, the platform is in our favor. Okay. And remember this pod right here. Jump nano. And fall all the way down. And sometimes with gumball, you don't need to take out your rocket. Don't forget this pod. Rocket nano. And if you fall, remember you can just go through here. Don't forget this pod. And for this part, jump nano, so you can skip every other platform. Don't forget this pod right here. Oops. Rocket nano. Double jump. And there we go. Looks like we're gonna get ourselves a pretty decent time. 53 pods. And we got ourselves another 5-star crate. For those wondering, if you get yourself a 5-star run, or the question is there like a difference in rarity like, do you have a likelier chance of getting an ultra rare racing item compared to a 3, 4, or 5-star crate? And the answer is no. This is why, even with a 3-star crate, you still have the same opportunity as someone who has a 5-star crate. Alright, so this is going to be the last one. I'm going to try and be a bit more quiet. Oops. And there we have it. Time of 2:44. Oh, I actually beat my best. I'm happy. Okay. And again, it's not a competing. Those all-time boards they're ever changing. What you want to try and do is at least with every race you try and do, you compete with yourself. All right. What was inside of that? It is one of these shorts again. Okay, so now we're at the part right now, so I'm gonna show you what these clothing sets look like. You already know what this one looks like. I've obviously been the one using it the entire video. This is personally my favorite one. My favorite color is green. This one is called the Pathfinder camp shirt. And obviously you can pause this, you can read it yourself, you know how to read the description. And what's interesting here is from atop Monkey Mountain down to Devil's Canyon, these boots were made for hiking. And here's a little fun fact. Now I may or may not be wrong. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong on the comments. But Monkey Mountain is, I believe, the tallest point in FusionFall. If not that, then it would have to be Dexter's ship. And the lowest point in FusionFall would have to be Devil's Canyon, or at the bottom of the Dark Glade Infected Zone. So that's really cool. That's your fun fact. So this one right here is the the Traveler Camp shirt. Press F10 to remove the UI, and this is what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so this one right here is the Wayfarer camp shirt. And as you notice here, there's actually a visual bug with at the time of the uploading of this video with the way these sets look. What is it? The Wayfarer one? It looks the pants and shoes look like the traveler cargo shorts and the traveler hiking boots. Let me show you. So like this is the correct way of this outfit. And lastly, we have ourselves the Explorer set, and I believe this is kind of like your traditional Camp Kidney kind of set. And this is F10, remove the UI, and this is what it looks like. And you may be wondering what these two helmets here are. If you've been paying attention to the video, hopefully there was these golden eggs at the top of the mountain. There's these golden eggs. There's a golden egg, and it can actually drop a Mach 5 helmet as well as a Mandark racing helmet. It probably drops more. Again, if someone in the comments can add more information about that, that would be great. And what else? What else? So during the video, I was showing you that I was receiving 0 fusion matter. And the main reason why is that I appear to have maxed out the amount of fusion matter I can obtain. There seems to be a hard cap for it. I currently have this much fusion matter, and I just want to, just for the specific video, you don't have to watch right now, but the video's done. I'm just showing you this interesting thing. So I'm currently at FusionFall Retro Nanos at the wiki page, and as you can see here, it says fusion matter. So like, how much fusion matter do you need in order for yourself to get the next nano? So I'm gonna take out my calculator right here. And okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, and I have enough. I just want to know how many nanos do I have if I were to just do my nano missions. 28.20, 34.020, 38.20, 45.50, 51.030, 59.400, minus 65.540. So I have enough to go from level 12 to get my Mojo Nano, I believe, and reach level 20. So from level 12 to level 19 or 20, that's a lot. And what I kind of want to go show off is that if I look into my journal, and if you look into completed, I have only done, technically, I didn't even do this. There's actually a method for yourself to go skip the tutorial. I'll make a separate video for it. I've done no missions whatsoever, and the entire time I've been racing. I hope that I'm the first one to I hope that I'm the first one to reach level 36 entirely just by racing. I know there's been individuals who have managed to AFK grind themselves to level 36, but for racing that's going to be entirely different. So yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again. Bye.